With breaking news in the Lori Vallow Daybell case, she has been indicted by a grand jury for conspiracy to commit the murder of Brandon Boudreaux. Now, Vallow Daybell was charged just over a year ago on February 24th, 2022 in Maricopa County, Arizona. Now, according to the indictment, Lori and her late brother, Alex Cox, agreed that, quote, at least one of them or another would engage in conduct constituting the offense of first-degree premeditated murder. Now, Gilbert, Arizona police say Cox shot at Boudreaux and tried to kill him outside of his home. Now, Boudreaux was married to Melanie Pulowski, Lori's niece, at that time. Boudreaux discussed the shooting while testifying at Vallow Daybell's trial.
As I came around the corner, I noticed there was a Jeep parked right in front of my driveway. As I drove forward, the window came up and I saw a gun with what looked like a silencer, heard a bang, and my driver's side window shattered.
All right, to help us break this all down, let's bring in the think tank. Joining us live here in the studio tonight, criminal defense attorney and entertainment attorney and former assistant DA in Atlanta, Daryl Cohen. Great to see you, Daryl. Also with us tonight, criminal defense attorney, Emory Law professor, and Georgia Innocence Project board member, Molly Palmer. Great to see you, Molly. And criminal defense attorney Josh Schiffer is with us as well. Josh, as always, a real pleasure to see you. And I will start with you, Josh. What do you believe, what do you think about the latest indictment against Lori? She's got a bunch of cases out there. You got Charles Vallow waiting in the wings, his case. Now you got the Boudreaux case.
An enormous amount of conversation and chatter amongst the lawyer class. Because we look at this, and it's one part of a giant case that everybody's really staring at. It's an opportunity for elected leaders to really make a name for justice. I questioned the use of assets. In my experience, the criminal justice system is always lacking, always hungry, and we never have enough prosecutors, judges, space, assets. And we're going to go after this. Now, not to deny the fine people of justice, and everybody loves a good pound of flesh, but really, is this needed?
I mean, the point is, again, justice for those families, and that's where you always end up, Molly. But, you know, at the end of the day, one of the things I said during this particular trial, the last one where she was convicted, I said, you know, except for those silly little jurisdictional issues, we could have included all these other cases in that case.
Exactly. And I think it's also interesting that this is a conspiracy charge again, right? So the allegations, again, are that Alex Cox seems to have a very significant role, and yet we're bringing her in under the conspiracy charge and using, as Josh indicated, so many state resources to go through a prosecution again for somebody who is sentenced to life. Yeah. I think, it, you know, in my opinion, it doesn't make the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, one would hope that her attorneys decide not to fight it maybe and treat it that way, but I don't know. What do you think is going to happen there?
Well, it's duplicitous. Why waste the time when she's going to be spending likely the rest of her life in prison? Why move to Arizona? Why spend the time? Why spend the money? Now, if you're just looking for publicity, it'll have tremendous legs. But this is ridiculous. I agree with Molly and Josh. Oh, come on. I mean, this is ridiculous.
No, but listen, Arizona wants its pound of flesh, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you said that may be some political reason, obviously, but also, I mean, we cannot discount the fact that the system takes account of the victims and the justice that they deserve.
And I specifically want to put it out there before all of our Twitters are just blown up with, what about the... We all know the victims. We all work with people and victims in tons of cases. The state, super concerned with victims. But remember, for every one of those victims that's being satisfied with this prosecution, there's probably a case that didn't get the attention it deserved. And in a modern time where we have so many unsolved cases, how many shootings, how many dead bodies, how many missing people? If I'm judging and I'm the elected prosecutor, I'm going after the justice that really we still need the first bites of. We've eaten a lot of Lori Vallow. She's getting the full
If
service.
Lori had been acquitted, I would agree with this 1,000%. But she's convicted. Harry Potter would say it's ridiculous. Why waste the time? Why waste the resources? Why waste when she can go to waste as she's incarcerated.
Yeah, no doubt. And then when you look at it, you know, it's not really her pulling the trigger. I think at the end of the day, it's Alex Cox. And he's the guy,
dead.
you know, and he's dead.
Dead.
Exactly. So there's that point. All right.